Are you sure about that?
I am absolutely sure.
Anyway, let's
Who
go
was
back.
the last major presidential candidate he said wasn't born in America?
I don't know. Of course,
My
all of
point.
them have been. All of them have been.
Just like Obama.
And I agreed with you.
Then it should be racist and wrong of him to say otherwise.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you think that like trying to take away opportunity from a black man because they're a black man is racist?
who's taking opportunities away from the black
I
man?
just want to clarify. Do you think that is
Wait, stop. We've
just
had a black president.
conceptually,
Hold
Casey? I
on,
appreciate you
stop.
for the $5 on Venmo. Now you're gonna answer my
We
question.
had a black
Levi,
president.
thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Levi. Just
Oh, I got
answer
some
my
people to
question.
thank, by the way.
Take it
Emily,
away.
thank you for the 20. Laura, thank you for the 20. Kelsey, thank you for the 20. Shauna, thank you for the 10. Donald, thank you for the 40. Maricela, thank you for the 25. And Will, thank you for the 5.
Okay, can I talk now?
I'm not used to that.
No,
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
you never answered my question. Is trying to take
I'm
away
answering it right now. What are you talking about? We've had a black president.
This is
We had a
that's
black-
not, dude.
That's not the
Dude.
question.
Yes or no? Is trying to take away opportunity from a black man because he's black? Is that racism?
Who is taking away the
That,
opportunities?
that comes next. That's step 2, buddy. You just got to answer step 1.
Just answer that first,
I'm
Bart.
giving you my answer. Okay? No
Dude, holy
away
shit.
from the black man. We've had a black
Hey,
president.
hey.
That's not the question.
That's not the goddamn question.
Just in general.
Yeah, nobody should be taking opportunities away from anybody.
If a white man tries to take opportunity away from a black man because they're black, is that an example of racism?
Who's doing it?
Dude, answer my goddamn question.
Yeah, it would be racist.
Thank you. Was it that f***ing hard? Okay. So when
Your
Donald,
question is a loaded
one moment.
question.
So when
It's really
Donald,
not.
So when Donald Trump tries to take the opportunity for Obama to run for president away from him by instantiating that he was born in Kenya with the only reason existing the color of his skin, that is racism.
Okay. This is the most.
Leland,
You know,
appreciate you for the subscription.
and you're just
It's like you're not even trying to understand why it's racist.
because it's not.
Why is it not?
Because it's not. It's simply
No.
not.
Explain why it's not.
Because it's not. There were questions.
Stop. That's called a
There were
thought-terminating
questions.
fallacy.
There were questions all around. about the
Okay,
legitimate
were those
politics.
questions racist? Yes.
No, they're
You're not explaining how it's not racist.
Because they were legitimate concerns about the authenticity of his birth certificate. That's all.
Yes, racially charged concerns.
To you, they're racist.
This was not a question. This was not a question when he was a state senator. This was not a question during his Harvard application. This was not a question towards any kind of job that he applied for or was elected to.
What's your name?
You can read.
I don't have my glasses on. I can't see it. What's your
Jaden.
name? Jaden. So what you're suggesting here is that anybody who questions a black man's heritage is racist, correct?
For the reasons that they're doing it, yes.
But Dean is not a racist for breaking out the N-word, right?
No, that was racism. Yes.
That was racist.
That was racism. That was racist.
You
Mike.
are a racist.
Mike.
No, because Dean has committed himself to actively deconstructing said racism. Okay, he has put himself on the line. He's had himself open to these conversations. If he was the opposite of that and was obstinate, like your f***ing people, then that would be racist. Dean would be a racist for that.
Yeah, like
That's not the case.
if we
Would I
go-
be
if we
here
go-
if Dean was a racist?
If
The
we were
only
to
reason
go
why
in,
he's the
Mike,
only
if we
reason
were
why
if we
he's
were to take
apologizing
a
is
Mike,
because he was
if Mike,
caught.
if we were to take a time machine, right, back to 2019, and you got out of that time machine, if you said Dean is a racist, you would have been right.
You still are.
Okay, so
How does one not become racist?
Listen, according to you guys,
I just want to know, how does one not become
Hold
racist
on.
if Trump
Let me
isn't?
say my piece. You guys have been going on for an hour. According to you guys, once a racist, always a racist. And
I've never, ever
was a
held that
racist, and therefore
sentiment.
he
No,
will
stop.
always be a racist.
I do not believe that, and most black people
And
don't
the
believe
fact
that.
that-
and that's also like antithetical to the purpose of my live. Like my live is to deconstruct bigotry and to get people to act in accordance
Because
with
you
a
got
certain
caught.
with it with it. No, that's just literally the purpose of my live since I began going live on TikTok is to deconstruct bigotry and to get people to start changing and to act in accordance with norms that will make society as a whole better off for more people, right? The point of my live is for people to change. right? If I thought that people can't change, I wouldn't be a TikTok streamer. I wouldn't be a political and a social activist and debater. Like, the only reason I think people can change is because I did, man. Donna, thank you for the $25 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Donna. I appreciate that. W's for Donna down below. Thank you.
You believe that only you are capable of change. Nobody else. Just you.
That's like literally
No
the
one ever
opposite of what I just
suggested
said.
that.
I actually, quite frankly, just said the opposite of that. Wow.
Dean,
Holy
I've heard some people say one thing and you go on about it for months and months.
Could you give me an example?
But now that you've been caught,
Give me an
can't.
example.
now that you've
Wait,
been
1 second.
caught,
Mike,
No,
give me an
I'm not
example.
gonna
Yeah, give me an example of someone saying one thing, then me going on for it about months and months and months, even though they changed. Give me an example. I'll mute your mic. Feel free to give it.
You want us to forgive you.
No example?
Dude, and like I said, anytime somebody says something that you don't agree with, you want them canceled.
Like who?
Anybody.
Just
Give me an
name.
Anybody on the
An
right. Who
instance.
say, there's
Leanne,
no-
I
there's
appreciate
no-
you
Anybody?
for the $25 on
Yeah,
Venmo.
yeah,
Thank you for the
anybody.
love, Leanne.
Anybody.
W's for Leanne in the chat
Anybody.
with the $25.
Has he tried to
and Micah,
cancel
thank you for
Candace
$5
Owens?
on Venmo.
Why would he cancel Candace Owens?
Because she's anybody.
Clone, thank you for the subscription.
Probably.
If I
If
tried
she
to
said something he
cancel...
didn't like.
Probably.
If she said something he
So
didn't
now it's an if. You said in the assertive that he did do this.
he did.
Give an instance.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
Now
give
you're
you one
arguing a
off the top of my
hypothetical.
head. Dude, anytime a Republican says something that Dean doesn't
Like when?
every time.
Name one.
His whole platform is based on that.
Ah, just one name, please.
Dude, I can't give you one f***ing name because there's so much bullshit going on in this world right
How
now.
about you don't give me a name, but you give me an example?
I'd have to think for a little bit, Dean. I really would. But I
It
know it's
shouldn't be that
happened.
difficult if it's so prevalent.
Listen, I know it's happened. I know it's happened because Harry does it, Dean does it, Parker does
Candy,
it. Chris
thank
does
you
it.
for the $70 on Venmo. Thank you
And
so
thank
much
you
for
for
the
the
love,
5.
Candy.
Jessica,
W's
thank
from
you for the
Candy and
5.
Ann and Jessica. Thank you, That's Candy with a K. By the way, guys, if you want to support Jaden, his Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, let's see here, are in the bio.
That they are.
Make sure to show some love to Jaden over here. But thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Candy with a K. Mike, let me be real with you, okay? Let me just be honest with you. I swear to God, Mike, I'm literally being so fucking honest. Delete like the whole Dean liberal big TikTok anti-Trump guy. Delete all that persona. Just listen to the words coming out of my mouth, okay? The purpose of my lives is just to get people to be better by showing them that you can be better with the abstraction of critical thought. That's all. I all that I advocate for is for people to be better informed, A, and then to make better decisions with the use of rationale and logic based upon that information. That is the whole basis of my platform.
Okay.
And if individuals, right, engage with that platform in good faith, and they're exposed to new information that they didn't know prior, right, and then they now act in accordance with that new information, that's beautiful.
I think the issue that I have is people finding fault in one trying to deconstruct their past and you know, hone in on that and recognize what they did was wrong. The fact that anybody would say that that's a bad thing and worthy of canceling somebody shows that they don't actually care about black people. They don't actually care about racism. It's only when it applies to the other side and when it's for canceling someone they disagree with politically. They don't believe in accountability. You don't care when black people voice their concerns about Donald Trump or the people that are doing an litany of things that go against their rights, their voting rights, their autonomy, their safety. You don't care about those things. You don't care about those concerns. It's only when it applies to someone you disagree with.
No, I see. You don't know me, and you're acting like you do. But
I know
Go
enough.
ahead. Yeah,
I know
yeah,
enough, and I've
I'm
given
sure
you
do.
examples. You don't care that black people are concerned at the fact that Donald Trump and his history of racism and racist appointees bothers them, frightens them, frightens us.
Oh, but you weren't frightened by Joe Biden's fucking racist past?
Who is he appointed in this administration?
I don't know.
Are they racist? Does he have the
You know-
most white administration?
Hanging out with Robert
No,
Burgers
he's
and
got a
racists?
pretty. He surrounds himself. This is what I just said. Is that he's willing to take account for his past actions and surround himself
Well, how
with
is he?
people that know better,
Oh,
with
yeah,
people that
okay.
can recognize fault and try to work together in a way that benefits people. I don't see why you guys excuse Donald Trump's nearly all-white administration. Only had about 2% people of color in there, hardly any women.
Because to us, color
So
doesn't
no,
matter.
Joe
'Cause
Biden's
color doesn't
actions
matter
are
about
not
the job.
excusable, but
The
his
ability
approach
to
to the
do the
future,
job.
his way of building bridges and deconstructing those faults and trying to bridge the divide is what I can give him credit for.
Listen,
Drew,
can
thank you
defend
for the $50 on Venmo. I appreciate you, Drew.
3,500.
W's for Drew in the
3,500.
chat. Thank you
Bro,
so much.
why are you obsessed?
And Max,
Because
thank
Get a better
you for
job.
the $10
It goes
on
back to
Venmo.
my original point.
And Levi,
He's
thank you
here
so
Get a
much
better
on
job
Venmo.
then.
He's here for the money. He's here to be disingenuous. He is the worst creature walking on two legs.
All right, so
The worst
racist.
creature. No,
really?
shut up.
Racist.
I've had enough of this.
I know you
that's
have,
so.
right?
Wait,
Because it's true.
so I'm worse than Hitler?
You're up there.
What the?
Up Hitler.
You could be her. You could be his kid.
So the Holocaust denial
What the hell?
Republicans are just as bad then, right?
Yeah.
What? the
Yeah. Are you going to name any of them? You going to call them out? You
Did
going to
you
visit
just-
their lives?
Did you really just say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you think that Hitler should be killed? Like, if Hitler was like lived World War II, that he should have been killed because of how bad he was?
He should have been shot on sight.
So if I'm up there, should I be shot on sight?
I'm not going to say that. You know that's a loaded question. You're going to get me in trouble there, big dog.
So if you can't say no,
No, he shouldn't be shot.
Should I be in
Okay.
prison for the rest of my life?
Probably. Once it comes out that you're a grifter, a con man, or a fraud. Yeah.
so you're president.
What president isn't?
Literally all of them.
Joe
but
Biden's not a
Donald
con
Trump.
man and a grifter.
Con
Joe
man,
Biden hasn't made
right?
millions of
Adjudicated con man, adjudicated fraud, defrauded children's cancer charities. You would want him in the Hague then, right?
dollars. Just like I want Joe Biden in the Hague.
What charity did Joe Biden defraud?
Joe Biden took $27 million
From who?
from overseas, from Russia,
Where?
Ukraine,
Where?
China.
Where?
Russia,
Where's this
Ukraine,
proven?
China.
Where's it proven?
Dude.
Yeah,
the-
and
like
all
the,
the 12 bank
Mike,
accounts they got.
Mike, you
He
understand
doesn't
that,
have
like,
12.
like the theatrics and like the like obviously like politically driven claims that you're making about me like actively undermine real good faith conversation.
Dean, I didn't
You
do
understand
this to
that, right?
Do you understand that you did this to yourself? You used racially charged verbiage.
I don't understand you.
use
I don't think you understood what I
verbiage.
said. No, I don't think you understood what I just said. What I said was when you come up here and you are like saying what you are because of politically driven nonsense, right? Saying that like I'm comparable to Hitler, right? And then when Jaden gives you an example of literally like anything racist in Trump's character, all of a sudden it doesn't matter. Like that takes away from like actual conversation that we should be having related to the issue. You know that, right?
Dean, when you know what takes away from the issue is
You.
the fact that 1 minute you admit what you did was wrong, then you immediately
Because it
turn
was
around
wrong.
blame
It was
blame
worse
it on
than
your
wrong.
age.
It was racist.
You blame it on your
You didn't
age.
blame it.
I-
It's context.
I've clarified like 7 times now
If
that
you
I
guys aren't gonna let
actually
me
don't.
guess, that-
I've
what's the
clarified
subject?
like 7 times now that I actually don't think that we should be saying that is okay because of the age. In fact, this is something that I've been clarifying in my Discord for the last 5 days. Allison, I appreciate you for the $10. You understand that like you are actively engaging in defamation of character
How is it defamation when you've said
because
it?
you're saying things that are factually incorrect.
No, they're true. That's why you're
But
here.
you're
on the
arguing
apology
you're
for it.
arguing that he's not apologized for this,
You-
or that he still is a racist and says these things.
According to you guys, once a racist, always a racist.
When
This has
have
been your
either of
motto
us
for
ever said
life.
that?
This has been your motto for the past 10
No,
years.
no, 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 no,
Once
no,
a
no.
racist, always a racist.
My motto is once a racist, the next day accountability. Not
Ah,
always
yeah.
a racist.
Right.
No, 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 no. Okay, let's get things straight. If you say something or did something racist, I think there ought to be room for you to grow, and I will afford you that opportunity. If you're obstinate and resistant to that, then yes, you would be a racist.
And it's like, you understand that if the left upheld this ideal that once a racist, always a racist, this would be in direct contradiction, right, to other ideals of the left, such as the idea that we want to promote change in people and society as a whole to be less racist. Like when you promote like the slogan "Once a racist, always a racist," you remove all incentivization for racists to have character growth because you are thereby saying that it doesn't matter if they do. Right? In fact, I feel like members of the Republican Party saying that once a racist, always a racist, this is what the left wants, you're just actively actively advocating for more people to remain complacent with their racism because there's no incentive not to be a racist.
Oh, good God Almighty! That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Listen, man, I've been here with you guys for over 3 hours. All right, this talking to you for over an hour now. It's just a big circle now. Okay. You said what you said, Dean, and you meant it when you said it. And now that you've been caught, you're doing an apology tour.
And you're back to the same. You're back to the same.
You
shit.
don't have an
I
original
appreciate
thought.
That was my whole
$10.
point.
Thank you for the
That was my whole
$5.
point coming into
No.
this.
Then why have I been talking about my past use of slurs? Why have I been talking about how I used to be conservative, how I used to be a fan of people like Andrew Tate and Nelk for the last 8 months?
Dean, you should never have to talk about it. You should never have to apologize because it never should have happened. It never should have been said.
I agree with you, Mike. It never should have been said. 110%. I'm not sitting here defending my past actions.
You did it.
110%.
But you did it. And then after you admit to doing it, you say, as I was younger. It's not an excuse.
And you're back to the
He's
same
not.
bullshit.
Oh my God.
Exactly. That's what
You're-
I'm
you're
saying.
back to the
Hey,
same
no. Shut the fuck up. You're following older
Yes, sir.
millennial, AFF. Who are you following? People
I
that
don't
have
follow anybody.
gone on. No. Yes, you are. People who have gone at length to make racially charged statements. I just viewed your profile, okay? I know who you follow. I know who you hang around, who you endorse. You co-sign this. Don't say that it's an issue
don't.
now.
I don't count.
It's someone you disagree with.
At all.
Have you heard some of the coming out of these people's mouths? Called a Muslim woman ISIS and an ISIS-K defender.
Who's that?
Said that the disabled should be thrown off mountains.
Who said that?
Older millennial.
I never heard him say it.
This
but
is,
if he
oh
did,
my, you're following him.
I don't want, dude. You think I'm on here all day, every day?
You're on here enough to know who he is.
I know who he is, yeah, but I didn't hear him say
Right.
that.
You didn't know that?
No, I did not.
You gonna call him out?
Yeah. That
You gonna
guy.
unfollow him?
That guy, yeah, I'll unfollow.
You gonna unfollow him?
Yeah. Are you
Go
going
do
to
it now.
unfollow Dean? Are
No,
you
go
going
do
to
it now.
unfollow Dean?
No, because the difference is he never apologized. He never said, no, I was in the wrong. In fact, he doubled down and said that people like Dean, Harry, and Parker should be the ones thrown off that mountain.
It's okay to be racist as long as you apologize. I'm going to write that down. and
No!
Yes.
That's
yes.
not what I said.
You just said that.
When did I say that?
Just now.
No, it is not okay to be racist. It is okay that you hold yourself accountable for that.
Oh, okay.
That's
It's
a
okay to be-
big,
it's okay to be
clear
racist As long
difference.
as I hold myself
Racism is always
Got
bad
it.
until
Got it.
you recognize that it is racist and actively try to deconstruct and avoid it and prevent it and stop it in all forms. That's the difference. You don't understand nuance. You're a simple-minded troglodyte and don't understand these larger concepts that you don't apply yourself to.
Oh.
Can I ask you a question,
I'm a
Mike?
troglodyte.
Mike, I'd like to
Yes.
ask you a question.
Nah. Go ahead. You got a few more minutes because I got to go.
We're gonna calm down here a little bit, right? You need to calm down a little bit, Mike.
Oh, yeah. I'm the only one that needs to calm down here, Dean?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's projection. Anyways, what I was gonna say, I was racist when I was younger. I was exposed to the necessary means, right, to deconstruct my racism, and I now try to expose others to those same means, streaming on TikTok. Did I make a good decision after that deconstruction when I decided to stream on TikTok to share that same education with others?
I don't know. You tell me.
Answer my question. Am I doing a good thing right now by streaming?
What I think you're doing,
No. No, answer the question very directly.
I'm answering it. What I think you're doing is covering your ass.
Okay, that's
Because you fucked up royally.
answer my question. Did I make a good decision when I started streaming, yes or no?
No.
No. Okay.
You did this to cover your ass because you fucked up royally.
Yeah,
And
there's
you
your
don't
issue.
want-
And
and you
there's
don't
your
want
issue. So
any
you
more bad-
just said that it is a bad thing to expose thousands of people to education to deconstruct racism.
The only reason why you're even discussing this is because you got caught for being a racist.
Ebony, I appreciate you so much for the greetings card.
What part of this aren't you getting?
We've already went over that point 5 times.
Dude, you're a bad dude.
I've been speaking about my past use of slurs. I've been speaking about my support for Trump, the Republican Party, and Andrew Tate for months. You could literally
Andrew Tate's a slime ball too.
You could literally go on my Discord and read an announcement that I put out about this 8 months
I'm not on Discord. I don't give
I don't think he's going to listen, man. To be honest, I think you're far too gone from this conversation and so obstinate in your belief. Oh, good.
Yeah, and dude, it's like the obvious like constructed fake outrage from people like Mike takes away
Right.
from like the important like real conversations that could be held. And it honestly like shit, man, it kind of works on me. You know, like when I'm just trying to be transparent here. You know, like when I have like so many people, although I know them to be ignorant and lost, like sitting here saying that like, you know, all these things are true of me today, it really like fucks up a lot of my own introspection upon how
Thank
I
you,
view
Alex.
myself and how I think I have progressed as a person. You know what I mean?
It's because the right doesn't want people to be anti-racist. They don't want people to not be racist. That's why they say once a racist, always a racist, which is not my sentiment and not yours either. They don't want to have these conversations where people deconstruct, people reevaluate, where people have self-recognition. They don't understand that. It's too nuanced for them, too complicated of a subject for them to dive into their selves, their roots, their history, and say, I was wrong. I hardly ever hear them do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but here we are. And by the way, guys, just be careful of this information, fake claims, everything on the internet. Um, you know, there is motivations that are from bad faith actors that are using this to exploit and create fake outrage that they don't give a shit about. Just be careful of that kind of stuff. But that is not to discount the genuine accountability that needs to be taken and the genuine good faith conversations that need to be had. I just want to make that one clear. We're going to go ahead and see who's next.